Alright, so in this video we're building off what we just did in the previous video, which was talking about dividing polynomials. So what we're doing here is we're going to apply the remainder theorem. And all the remainder theorem says is that when you divide one polynomial by some linear divisor, which is called x minus a, and a is any number at all, then the remainder is always going to be whatever you get when you take a and plug it into your dividend. So this x minus a here might look familiar. If you remember the previous video, we had that when we did synthetic division. And a, which was any number, happened to be called our king. So what we're going to do in this example here is we're first going to divide the polynomial by our divisor and find a remainder, and then we're going to go back and apply the remainder theorem. It's going to be up to you to decide, do you like just doing regular synthetic and long division, or do you like to apply the remainder theorem if you're asked for the remainder. I don't care which way you use, just whatever method works best for you. So, again, we're going to go back to what we did in the previous video, which was just use synthetic division since my divisor is linear. This is my dividend, this is my divisor. So for this particular problem, again, my divisor is linear and a is positive 2. Remember, a is called the king. And the king helps us set up our problem. Remember, our king always goes on the outside. Our dividend goes on the inside, and we thought of that as our cake. And when we have a cake, we need to tell the oven how much of each type of ingredient we have. For instance, I have 1x cubed, 2x squares, 4 regular x's, and 6 constants. Then we just go through the process that we did in the previous video for synthetic division. Bring down the first number, then multiply, then add, then repeat the process. Multiply, then add, then multiply, then add. And this very last number we end up with is called the remainder. Now, that didn't take too long because synthetic division is kind of easy. Okay, you can also find the remainder if you did long division. However, you might prefer to use the remainder theorem. Again, the remainder theorem only works if your divisor looks like this. It's a linear term, x minus a. So, again, for this particular problem, a was 2. Now, once you know what a is, what you're going to do is take that a, and everywhere in your dividend that you see an x, you're going to plug it in. When you clean everything up, that number that comes out at the end is going to be your remainder. So for this particular problem, everywhere I see an x, I'm plugging in a positive 2. So 2 cubed plus 2 times 2 squared plus 4 times 2 plus 6. When I clean this up, I end up with 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 6. And cleaning it up just a little bit more, I end up with this becomes 30, which is my remainder. So this was using the remainder theorem. Was a little bit quicker, but again, it's just whatever you prefer. Do you like synthetic and long division better, or do you like to find the remainder by using the remainder theorem? I don't really care which one, whatever works best for you. That's all for this video.